Welcome everybody. Doing a quick mic check. Can somebody in chat tell me that the levels are okay? You are listening to The Inner Sound by Jesse Gallagher on Board in the City FM. This is Sunshine on Sand by Unicorn Heads. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 4th edition of Borden City's Saturday Night Quiz, which has been twice on Friday. We will give it a couple of minutes, just let the stragglers get logged in, let everybody get a pen and paper, and grab a drink, and then we will have the first round very shortly. Good evening, everybody. For all of you that were here last week, thanks for coming back. All the new people, thanks for coming along. If you were here last week, you may have seen in the chat that people wanted topics beginning with the letter M. So that is what we have tonight. Every round will begin with the letter M. There is a bonus round at the end. So keep your eyes peeled for anything out of place on the screen. There may be a question at the end that you can get some bonus points. Thank you, everybody, for turning up. And once again, we'd like to thank all the key workers out there who are keeping this great country going. Please stay safe. And without further ado, we will get into the quiz. Here are the 7 rounds tonight. Maybe 8. Calling it a round is pushing it. So we have multiple choice, mysteries, mushrooms, meeples. It's more of a board game round than meeples, but we'll call it meeples because that begins with an M. Mothers, musicals, and metal. So let's get on with round 1. Round 1, multiple choice. In which decade did Mickey Mouse make his first appearance? Was it A, 1910s, B, 1920s, or C, 1930s? Question 2. Au is the chemical symbol of which precious metal? Is it A, silver, B, platinum, or C, gold? Everybody's got a 33.3% chance of guessing these, so let's hope everybody gets some decent points. Question 3. On the London Underground map, what colour is the circle line? Is it A, yellow, B, blue, or C, red? Question 4. Which of the following is not a character created by Peter Kay? Is it A, Brian Potter, B, Maxwell Bygraves, or C, Andy Millman. Which of the following is not a character created by Peter Kay? A. Brian Potter, B. Maxwell Bygraves, or C. Andy Millman? I'd just like to say every round is out of 8 points. So 7 rounds, 56 points up for grabs, with some bonus points at the end. Question 5. What is an axolotl? Is it A, a nerve in the brain, B, a multi-axled vehicle, or C, a species of salamander? Is it a circle or a line? The circle line? I think it's a bit of both, Richard. Or Ursula. That sounds like an Ursula question. Question 6. At the siege of Mafeking, who led the British forces? Was it A. Robert Baden-Powell, B. Colonel B.T. Mahan, or C. Field Marshal Bernard Montgomery? Question 7. Holly Golightly is a character in which film? A. Breakfast at Tiffany's, B. Funny Face, C. Singing in the Rain. And the last question, question 8. Which Disney princess sings Just Around the River Bend? Sorry, I seem to have cut off Bend. So, which Disney princess sings Just Around the River Bend? A. Elsa, B. Pocahontas, or C. Moana? So, that's the first round. Anybody need any more time? Or should we just dive straight into the answers? So, as nothing's come up in chat, I'm going to go straight on. Answer to question 1. In which decade did Mickey Mouse make his first appearance? That was B, the 1920s. Question 2. Au is the chemical symbol of which precious metal? That is C, gold. Question 3. On the London Underground map, what colour is the circle line? The circle line is yellow. Answer A. 4. Which of the following is not a character created by Peter Kay? The answer is C. Andy Millman. I believe Andy Millman is a Ricky Gervais character. Question 5. What is an axolotl? It is a species of salamander. If anybody put B, a multi-axled vehicle, want to take yourself outside and give yourself a good talking to. Question 6. At the siege of Mafeking, who led the British forces? The answer is Robert Baden-Powell. Question 7. Holly Golightly is a character in which film? The answer is also A. Breakfast at Tiffany's. And the last question, question 8. Which Disney princess sings Just Around the River Bend? The answer is B, Pocahontas. So, throw your scores up in the chat. Let's see how you did. Any 8s out of 8s? I'd be most impressed, even though it's multiple choice. Well done, Modo's World. 6 out of 8. Pretty good. We got 3 because Mummy's useless. Well, what about the other 2 of you? Well done, Richard. 7. Very nice. Well done, Bob. 6 out of 8. Good. So some very good scores coming in. Okay, so on to round 2. The mysteries round. Let's take a look. Question 1. Name the ship found in 1872 adrift and whose crew were never to be seen again. Dun, dun, dun. Some really good scores, guys. 7 out of 8, 6 out of 8. Excellent. Question 2. Name the place in Nevada that is supposed to house aliens and their technology. Question 3. Lizzie Williams is one of the latest to be named as this infamous British murderer. But who? Lizzie Williams is one of the latest to be named as this infamous British murderer. Question 4. Name the leader of Egypt in 30 BC whose tomb, along with their lover, has never been found. Question 5. Name the ark that disappeared during the sacking of Jerusalem in 587 BC. Question 6. Name the city lost to the seas after being attacked by the Athenians. Question 7. Name the creature first sighted swimming in Scotland in 1871. Okay. And question 8. Name the area off the coast of South Florida infamous for planes disappearing. I'm expecting big scores for these guys. These are all very famous things you should know about. Okay, I'm going to give you 1 minute to get the answers. I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, apologies for that. Just had to go sort something out. So, the answers for round 2. Name the ship found in 1872 adrift and whose crew were never to be seen again. It was the Mary Celeste. The Mary Celeste. Question 2. Name the place in Nevada that is supposed to house aliens and their technology. That is Area 51. Question 3. Lizzie Williams is one of the latest to be named as this infamous British murderer. She's been named as possibly being Jack the Ripper. Or now Jane the Ripper, I guess. Question 4. Name the leader of Egypt in 30 BC whose tomb, along with their lover, has never been found. That is Cleopatra the 7th. Or Cleopatra. I like Jackie the Ripper. Jackie the Ripper will do. Okay. Question 5. Name the ark that disappeared during the sacking of Jerusalem in 587 BC. It was the Ark of the Covenant. Question 6. Name the city lost to the sea after being attacked by the Athenians. This might be completely made up, but the answer is Atlantis. Never ignore the right answer. Never ignore. Question 7. Name the creature first sighted swimming in Scotland in 1871. And it wasn't Jimmy Cranky. It was actually Loch Ness Monster. And finally, question 8. Name the area off the coast of South Florida infamous for planes disappearing. It is the Bermuda Triangle. Okay. Guys and gals, throw those scores up. Again, out of 8. So let's see how you did. Hey, well done, Dave. Excellent. 8 out of 8. Perfect scores. 7 out of 8. Gracie's World scored 9 out of 16 in a round out of 8. 8 out of 8. 5 out of 8. 6s, 7s. Oh, I obviously made that a little bit too easy. Maybe next week we'll get back to making you all feel a little bit more stupid. Well, we had some small complaints. Well, not complaints, but mentions. So I have made it slightly easier. Okay, after round 3, we will have a break. But as this is round 2, straight on. Round 3, mushrooms. I'm sure mushrooms were mentioned many, many times last week as one of the topics because of my hatred for them. It's not an all-round hatred for mushrooms. I just hate those little ones you buy in shops. They're rubbish, taste like rubbish, smell rubbish. But here we go. This is a picture round for those that want to know before I show you the pictures. And here we go. There you go, people. 7 mushrooms. Name the mushrooms. Actually, that's probably a little bit too hard. So I'll give you the names and you can sort them out as you want. How's that? And question 8 of this round. How many of these 7 mushrooms would you not want to eat? So match the name with the picture, and then tell me how many of these would you not want to eat. It's all of them for me. I could have left it just with 7 pictures, but we could have had people crying into their drinks. So I'm going to give you 3 minutes, 4 minutes, maybe 5. Let's see how you go. Match the names, do the mushrooms, and then tell me at the end how many would you not want to eat. And I hope you've all been looking for the things that I said you needed to look out for as we go along, because they may score you some extra points at the end of the quiz. So we've got the White False Death Cap, the Shaggy Ink Cap, the Common Stinkhorn, the Chanterelle, the Common Puffball, the Destroying Angel, and the Fly Agaric. Match the names, do the mushrooms, and then tell me how many would you not want to eat of these mushrooms. And it's not like me, if you don't like mushrooms, you wouldn't eat any of them. How many of these are not edible? Okay. Anybody need more time? Or can we push on and put you all out of your misery? Okay. Carry on. I don't know if you want me to put you out of your misery or you want more time, but I'll sit here for a little bit longer. Oh, this is where I need my background music. Bum, bum, ba, ba, ba. Nathan's gone mushroom mad. Okay. That is all the time you're getting. If you haven't finished, then why not? Let's pause this and go back. Eight could be very subjective, but how many of these would you not want to eat because they'll make you ill, kill you, or just taste disgusting? For normal people that would eat a mushroom. Okay, so let's get on with the answers. Mushroom 1, the big red one, is a fly agaric. Of course it is. If you've played the game Fungi, you would know this. Number 2 is a common stinkhorn. What else would it be? Number 3 is A shaggy ink cap. Does what it says on the tin. It's shaggy with a little ink, not so much a cap, but skirt. Shaggy ink skirt would be much better. Number 4 is a common puffball. And I've also answered number 5. My slides have gone slightly wonky. Number 5 is a white false death cap, hopefully. Number 6 is a destroying angel. Wow. Does that not sound like something you... Yeah. And number 7 is a chanterelle. Of course it is. So, how many would you not want to eat? And the answer is 3. The fly agaric and the destroying angel are very nasty. The white false death cap, although being false death cap, supposedly tastes absolutely disgusting. So the answer is 3. If you put 2, it's wrong. If you put any other number apart from 3, it's wrong. Well done, Dave. 4 out of 8. Pretty good. Pretty good. Everybody else, throw your scores in the chat. Deeply disappointed, Charlotte. Deeply disappointed. 3 out of 8. Not good enough. Must try harder. Mo, 8 out of 8. Moto's World showing how good a guesser they are. Dickie Isles, 3. Not good enough. Back to school. 4 out of 8. Well done, Sheila. 7. Well, team of biologists. Well done. Well done, Finn. 7 out of 8. Awesome. So, a mix of people getting almost everything right or getting only about half points. Okay, cool. Okay, we are going to take a 5-minute break. So we'll be back just after 8 o'clock. And so grab a drink, have a refresh, and we'll be back soon. Hello everybody and welcome back. As I said in the chat, if you can make a small donation to the cafe, that would be great. We need to try and keep this cafe open. It's an awesome place to go and have a cup of tea, play some board games, have a relax, and hopefully after all this in the world has finished, we can get back to filling the place up and making it great again. So the link's on the screen. If you don't have PayPal, find us on Facebook, Board in the City, and drop us a message and we can send you the details to donate in another way. And as I've said, we do have a prize draw going on. The draw is tomorrow, so if you donate today or even tomorrow before the draw, then you will be entered into our prize draw, which has lots and lots of lovely stuff. Board games, cuddly toys, like the Generation game, lots and lots of other bits and bobs. So, on we go. Round 4. The musicals round. So, hope you've been brushing up, watching plenty of light-hearted musicals on television while you've been locked indoors. So, question 1. Which famous musical featured the song A Spoonful of Sugar? And no, as last week, I will not be singing along. Question 2. In which musical will you find the characters Charlie Bates, Mrs. Corney, and Nancy? Nope. No sing. Question 3. Which musical tells the story about students at a New York City's high school of performing arts? Which musical tells the story about students at New York City's high school of performing arts? Question 4. Which Australian actor won a Tony Award for his role in The Boy from Oz? Nice one, Simon. Nice save. Question 5. Which musical has the characters Caractacus Potts and the scary child catcher? Question 6. Which musical character has been played by Brooke Shields, Denise Van Outen, and Renee Zellweger? Question 7. In which musical would you hear the words sung, "There ain't nothing like a dame"? There you go. That's it. That's my 2 seconds of singing. And that's all you're going to get. It's almost impossible to say that without singing it. Question 8. King Arthur of Britain and Sir Lancelot the Homicidally Brave are characters from which musical? King Arthur of Britain and Sir Lancelot the Homicidally Brave are characters from which musical? Okay, so let's get on with the answers. Question 1. Which famous musical featured the song A Spoonful of Sugar? That would be Mary Poppins. Y'all. Question 2. In which musical would you find the characters Charlie Bates, Mrs. Corney, and Nancy? That would be Oliver. Question 3. Which musical tells the story about students at New York City's High School for Performing Arts? The answer is Fame. And question 4. Which Australian actor won a Tony Award for his role in The Boy from Oz? That was Hugh Jackman. So, question 5. Which musical has the characters Caractacus Potts and the Scary Child Catcher? That is Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Question 6. Which musical character has been played by Brooke Shields, Denise Van Outen, and Renee Zellweger? Well, that is Roxy Hart from Chicago. Question 7. In which musical would you hear the words sung, "There ain't nothing like a dame, nothing in this world"? That is South Pacific. And the last one on the musicals round, King Arthur of Britain and Sir Lancelot the Homicidally Brave are characters from which musical? They are from Spamalot. So, that's your 8 questions. How many did you get right? Again, let's see. I think 4 and upwards is good. 2, oh no, horse, only 2. Modo's come back down to earth with a 4. Hollanday 5's pretty good. Charlotte and team 6. Finn with a big 7. Ben Brown managed to get 9 out of 8 on an 8-question round. Well done, Ben. It's a bit dubious. Richard Isles got 6.5 where there's no half answers. Well done, Simon. Even if you don't do musicals, 6 is good. 6 is good. I can accept Wolverine for Hugh Jackman. Yes, go on, Simon. Just for you. Just for you. As I can't think of anybody else that's actually played Hugh Jackman or Wolverine on screen. So yeah, go on. I'll give it to you. Why not? I'm feeling generous. No 0.5 for Monty Python. If you didn't get the answer, you didn't get the answer. If you said anything like Camelot or anything not Spamalot, then you didn't get the answer right. Thanks. Bye. Okay, so some good scores. Not that generous. So on to round 5. And round 5 is mothers. We all have them. Oh. So let's get on. Question 1. In British pantomime, what is Aladdin's mother called? Question 2. Mother's Ruin is a common British name for which alcoholic drink? Question 3. Which fictional character's mother was Monique Delacroix from the canton of Vaud in Switzerland? Question 4. Who was the last Empress of India? Question 5. Which almond cake is traditionally made for Mothering Sunday? Question 6. Whenever Reginald Perrin thought of his mother-in-law, what vision came up on the TV screen? These are nice, easy questions that you should be able to answer. Question 7. On December 17th, 1972, "Let's get this mother out of here" were the last words spoken where? And the last question in the mothers round is number 8. Who was the leader of the 60s group, the Mothers of Invention? I just cut that off again. Apologies. Who was the leader of the 60s group, the Mothers of Invention? Okay. So, 8 questions sort of to do with mothers. So, let's get some answers. Number 1. In British pantomime, what is Aladdin's mother called? Her name is Widow Twankey. How can you get 0? How can you not know Widow Twankey? I've brought you kids up wrong. Number 2. Mother's Ruin is a common British name for which alcoholic drink? The answer is gin. Everybody knows this, no? Maybe just me? Mrs. Aladdin. Nice one. Well, it's an answer. Question 3. Which fictional character's mother was Monique Delacroix from the canton of Vaud in Switzerland? It was James Bond. Of course it was James Bond. Who else would it be? And number 4. Who was the last Empress of India? The answer is the Queen Mother. Okay, so let's move on to question 5. Which almond cake is traditionally made for Mothering Sunday? It is a simnel cake. Any spelling mistakes are the internet's fault and not mine. Thank you. Question 6. Whenever Reginald Perrin thought of his mother-in-law, what vision came up on the TV screen? It was a hippopotamus. Number 7. On December the 17th, 1972, "Let's get this mother out of here" were the last words spoken where? They were the last words spoken on the moon. And question 8. Who was the leader of the 60s group The Mothers of Invention? It was Frank Zappa. Okay, so I'm expecting some low scores as we've already got a 0 before we started. Let's see. Oh, they got 1. Oh my goodness, they got 1, not 0. We were all born in the 90s and just don't read anything or look at the internet or actually want to know anything about it. 2. Nice. Dave. 3. Yeah. Ragnar SR. 4. We're going up. Oh, Modo's, he still got 0. Sorry, Modo. Dickie, he wasn't born in the 90s and he only got 4. Hey, Finn got 6. Finn, Wallen, and in Sheila 4. It's probably pretty good, on average. You're probably above the curve. Nathan, I apologise that you got 1. But, everything else has been pretty simple so far. So, I got to throw some curveballs in there. Oh, you never know. It might get better next. Or not. Okay. This is brilliant. We'll move on to round 6. The Meeples round. For all you non-board game people out there, a meeple is a little person-shaped piece that you use in a board game. Technically, none of these questions are about meeples. They're all about board games or games that you play on a board or a table. As we are a board game cafe, thought we'd better put at least 1 round in there. So, here we go. Question 1. There are 4 secret passages on the Cluedo board, each leading to another room. Where does the passage lead to from the study? Oh man, it's when you read them out you realise actually that's not that easy. Okay, question 2. In the Milton Bradley variant of the Battleship game, 5 hits by your opponent are required to sink which ship in your fleet? You sunk my battleship. 5 hits on one of your ships to sink it, but which is it in the Milton Bradley variant? So probably the ones we've all played from the 70s, 80s, 90s. Question 3. In which modern card game could you poltergeist your opponent's artifact? No, I will not accept the long one. Question 4. In this game, players take turns building railways between cities in order to complete mission routes and earn points. What is the name of this popular train game? It's known as one of the entry-level board games, modern board games. Okay, moving on. Is a picture round, or half a picture round. The pictures are of pieces, items used in some classic modern board games. Name the game. So we have question 5, this tile. Picture number 6. It's only when you sit here and think, and then you realise how hard this round actually is. And I apologise to everybody who's now screaming at the screen. But you did get 4 rounds that were sort of easy. Number 7. And number 8. Okay, let's go back to the answers. If anybody scores any points in this round, I think you can give yourself a massive pat on the back. If you are a board game freak, then I expect you to get over 4. Right, so let's go through the answers. There are 4 secret passages on the Cluedo board, each leading to another room. Where does the passage lead to from the study? It leads to the kitchen. Of course it does. Where else would you want to go from the study? Question 2. In the Milton Bradley variant of the Battleship game, 5 hits by your opponent are required to sink which ship in your fleet? They are needed to sink your aircraft carrier. So you haven't sunk my battleship, you've sunk my aircraft carrier. Well, ignoring the right answers has been a little bit of your downfall, Ursh. Oh no, it was Ursh that said it. Oh no. 3. In which modern card game could you poltergeist your opponent's artifact? The answer is Keyforge. A very, very popular new card game that we all play at Board in the City. If you want to come and learn, come down when we're open again and we'll teach you. 4. In this game, players take turns building railways between cities in order to complete mission routes and earn points. What is the name of this popular train game? It is Ticket to Ride. Okay, so now to the pictures. Dawn, I'm ashamed. So number 5 is from Alhambra. The dice, number 6, are from the game Talisman. Number 7, these are the carriages from Ticket to Ride again. The answer to 2 questions. And number 8 is a counter token from Splendor. So, chuck up your scores. Like I said, if you're not a board game person and you manage to get 1 or 2, then well done to you. If you got a 0, then don't feel too hard. 5, excellent. 5! Wow, Charlie, awesome. And you got the Keyforge one wrong. Okay. Well done, Moto. Well done, Dad and crew. No, railway-ting does not count, as I think I mentioned railway in the question. Well done, Simon. Well done, Finn. Well done, Sheila. 2's not too bad. Well done, Dave. Bob, 2. It'll have to do. Ragnar, 5 out of 8. Awesome. Yes, we all need to play more games. We all need to play more games. Eleanor, 2 out of 8. If you're not that sort of nerd, is a very, very good score. So, let's move on to round 7. Metal. Let's just get into the questions. Question 1. Which of these fairy tale characters gets a shout out in Enter Sandman, the song by the band Metallica? A. Little Bo Peep. B. Snow White. C. Sleeping Beauty. Question 2. How do you know a metal is a metal? A. It conducts heat. B. It is silver. C. It conducts electricity. Or D. Both A and C. Question 3. Which American singer was born Vincent Damon Fernier? Question 4. Which metal's name is derived from the Greek word meaning colour? I would play Enter Sandman in the background, but I'm not allowed. Because they take my stream down. Oh dear. Question 5. Ace of Spades is a song by which British metal band? Question 6. Which precious metal has the same name as a well-known theatre? Question 7. Which band was enforced to replace original singer Bon Scott in 1980 after his sudden death? And the last question in the metal round. Which metal, discovered in Cornwall by William Gregor in 1791 and named after a second generation of divine beings in Greek mythology? Which metal, discovered in Cornwall by William Gregor in 1971 and named after a second generation of divine beings in Greek mythology? So that's the mixed metals round. So let's take a look at the answers. Number 1. Which of these fairy tale characters gets a shout out in Enter Sandman? The answer is Snow White. B. Snow White. Question 2. How do you know a metal is a metal? The answer is D. It both conducts heat and it conducts electricity. What was on your t-shirt today? Which t-shirt? The one I wore around yours? Or the one I'm wearing now? Okay, question 3. Which American singer was born Vincent Damon Fournier? The answer is Alice Cooper. And question 4. Which metal's name is derived from the Greek word meaning colour? It is chromium. Okay, on to question 5. Ace of Spades is a song by which British metal band? That band is Motorhead. Question 6. Which precious metal has the same name as a well-known theatre? That is palladium. The palladium. Question 7. Which band was enforced to replace original singer Bon Scott in 1980 after his sudden death? That is AC/DC. And the last question in the metal round. Which metal, discovered in Cornwall by William Gregor in 1971 and named after a second generation of divine beings in Greek mythology? As I said, you need to blame the internet. Don't disagree with me. Disagree with the internet, because it was copied straight off of there. Thank you. The answer to question 8 is titanium. It is named after the Titans. Okay, so that's the end of round 7. Throw up your scores. Up in the air like you just don't care. Whoa, a big 8 out of 8. Congratulations, Eleanor, who knows about metal and knows about metal. Well, I'm Finn, 5 out of 8. Pretty good. Marcus must do better. Well, I'm Bob, 5 out of 8. Pretty good again. Oh dear, Dawn. 3. Okay. Ragnar, oh dear. Oh dear. But were the 4 you got right the chemistry-based metal ones? Dave Hinton, 0 out of 8. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Well and Rich, 5, very good. 2s, oh dear, yes, must do better. Simon, well done. 5 out of 8 is, as you say, not bad. Not great, but not bad. So, round 8. The Meeples round 2. So, during this quiz, these little fellas have been cropping up in pictures, on pages. How many did we see? And this is for 4 points to make the whole quiz out of 60, because I like round numbers. I like it to be rounded up to the nearest 10. So, how many of these little fellas did we see in the quiz? You can guess it. I'll tell you it's more than 1. And I'll tell you it was less than 12. So I'll give you 1 minute to try and work out in your head, or if you actually went, oh, what are those? I'll just remember them. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, doo 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 doo. It's a great question, Simon. How many meeples have been in the quiz? 10 more seconds. Again, Dave, very good question. Is this one in the quiz? They've been dotted around. So, how many were there? Write down a number. Did you go, ooh, that looks weird. I'll count them as I go. Probably not. I did mention it right at the beginning to keep an eye on the little anything that you thought was strange, out of place. So the answer, 4 extra points is 8. There were 8 meeples, including this one. So there were 7, and this big fella. So if you got 8, you got 4 points. If you got anything else, you did not get 4 points. So throw your final scores up in the chat. How many out of 60 did you get? $41, Eleanor. That is not too bad. Simon, if you want to prove it, I'm quite happy for everybody to go back after this is published and watch the video over and over again as many times as you like. Click the like button, click the subscribe button, and if you can't find 8, come back to me and I will give you 4 points. Dawn 25, Sheila 34, Modo 31. So 34 out of 60. Bob, not bad. Nathan, just under half points. Finn, 45. Congratulations. That's a sterling effort. Dave got 28 out of 56. Or 60 because it's out of 60, which is under half points. Okay, so that is the end of the quiz. Thank you all for playing. We will probably be back in 2 weeks' time with another round. Well done, Heather. 43 is a very good score. So, like I said, everybody stay safe and save the NHS. Don't do what Boris is saying. Stay at home. And hopefully we'll see you in the near future. And we can all get together and do some board gaming. So when we do those quizzes, you will know all the board game answers. So, like I said, everybody stay safe and good night.